shaking, stifle my breath. You look so lovely, it scares me to death. I used to get so insecure with you, it's different. Yeah, just something about you makes me so sure. Don't know what it is, but you make me wanna stay. Take a leap of faith. I know that you're safe, I know that you're safe me.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Yes, for sure. Thank you. Have a good one.
So I just finished my first day at Amazon. Essentially, I had to get in at around 10 in the morning to meet my manager. And when I got to the building, I asked around to see like where the main floor was, which is where I was supposed to meet my manager. And I was told it should be this certain floor. And so I went there, and it turns out that that's like the floor where the Starbucks is, and also where you're supposed to get your pass to buzz in and stuff. And so I thought for sure this was like the actual main area, and I got my pass and everything, and I was waiting there, and then the time that I was supposed to meet my manager kind of a few minutes passed, and I was like, I'm kind of suspicious that I was really not supposed to leave the first floor for the one that I went to. And so I sent my manager an email, and I was like, hey, I'm looking forward to seeing you, and I'm on the 5th floor. They ended up coming up, and they were like, oh yeah, you know, that this isn't actually what I consider the main floor. So that was a little bit stressful. We only were delayed by about 6 minutes for meeting each other. But yeah, that was a little bit stressful. I got to meet my teammates, and one of the people on my team also went to Georgia Tech, so that was kind of a cool thing. And we ended up going out for lunch and getting some tacos. That was a nice situation. Besides that, this first week is just going to be a lot of onboarding stuff. I spent the majority of my day just getting used to getting my Mac set up and going through all these different IT things. So that part of the internship, the very beginning, this was the same with my internship last year. It's very regulatory, and there are a lot of kind of steps before you get into like the fun stuff. So I think that that's kind of how the first week is going to go, just a lot of onboarding stuff. I will say I did pull a very intern move where I went around this floor where my team is, and I was looking for the coffee and I found this area where there was free coffee. And it's actually really cool because they have Starbucks little spigots and stuff that you can get coffee from. I learned this later, by the way. So I see this huge kind of coffee maker, and it looks like something where you'd have a coffee pot under it and then you would brew stuff. And for the life of me, I could not find a coffee pot. And keep in mind, like, it's very much so like tall. It's much taller than any normal coffee maker. And so that already had me suspicious. But I went up to it. I was trying to find this coffee pot, could not find it. I did figure out how to there are these little prepackaged smaller Starbucks bags, and I filled up one of these filters and put it in, and I was like, okay, so using my experience from my last internship where we use Keurigs, I'm like, okay, so like maybe this is like a cup thing where you put a filter and you press a button and then it'll just spit out a certain amount of coffee for a cup, and you just leave that filter in there, and then other people will come and fill up their cup as well. Thing is, I had about 4 minutes until I had this meeting that was starting, and so I left my laptop at my desk. So I was like, okay, so this is I can't just wait here for this. So as it's going, I have the cup under there. I go darting off to get my laptop, grab my laptop, join this meeting, jog back, and I put my laptop down, and I see that the coffee is now overfilling and spilling out everywhere. And I'm like frantically trying to clean it up and stop it from spilling out more. And it was just a wreck. Now I know how to actually use it, but that was definitely an embarrassing thing. And there were a lot of employees who came by and thought that I'd done something wrong with the spigot and not the coffee maker itself. And they were giving all kinds of side eye to like this puddle that had started. And I did end up cleaning it all up, but it took me like 15 minutes. Besides that, it was a pretty good day. So anyways, I'm probably going to call it a night, but good first day.
I don't care what happens, I'll just be here.